Hello everyone, my name is Mustafa Bulama. I'm an editorial cartoonist and illustrator. I've been wanting to post how I do my work. I've received a lot of messages, asking me how I come up with my cartoons, the process and all of that. So I made this video. So I just felt maybe I should just share it with you right now. Who knows, maybe we get a little bit of how I get a small idea about how I do these things. As you can see, the first thing I do while I'm making cartoons, I come up with something like a pencil. I come up with like a stick drawing. This helps me to get the anatomy sort of the characters I'm trying to make. So I do this on the sketch stage. I have basically about 5 stages. Before I finish a cartoon, I go through 5 stages. The first stage is the sketch stage, of course, where I make a sketch of the whole idea. And then the second stage would be the inking. So once I'm satisfied with the sketch, I make I redraw it with clean lines. And then the third stage would be the coloring stage, where I color, the whole thing. There's also another stage, which is basically the cleanup stage. Sometimes if I'm very careful in the inking stage, I may not have to go through the cleanup stage, but it's there. So and then the fourth stage would be the inking. The third stage will be the inking, the fourth stage will be coloring, and then the fifth stage is the lettering. So yeah, about 5 stages. Right now I'm working on the first stage, which is the sketch. So like I said, I first make a stick drawing. It gives me, this is where I actually work on the pose, I work on the anatomy or the shape of the character and all of that. And then from there I move to the inking stage. I'm using Manga Studio software, Manga Studio 5. There is also the it's similar to, I think it's the same thing as the Clip Studio, and so if you have Manga Studio, Clip Studio, basically I use about 3 softwares: Manga Studio, Photoshop. I use Photoshop for coloring, and then I use CorelDRAW for text. So for those of you who are familiar with some of these softwares. There's what is known as the layers. You can see it by the right hand side. So I usually make my sketches on a single layer. Sometimes I may make another layer over the same layer, and then like that. I reduce the opacity of the layer to make it transparent or light, especially in the process of inking. So right now, although I'm using black, it gives me that pencil feel. There's the pencil tool, but I don't like using the pencil that much. I prefer using the pen tool. Right. So I reduce the opacity to say 50%, and then I continue working on it. Sometimes in the process of drawing, the ideas may change. Sometimes I may get better ideas on how I think the drawing should go. Maybe ideas I didn't think of in the beginning before I start sketching. Sometimes the whole idea comes in the process of sketching. So it's like that. A bit of back and forth here and there, and then until you get what you want. So for example, the first idea I had for this one, I wanted to draw one of the characters with a newspaper, but I thought the bandits, because I'm drawing bandits here, and I just felt like bandits don't read newspapers, but they are likely to listen to radio. We know they listen to radio, so I just felt, rather than having a newspaper, walking in the bush, maybe we should have a radio. So as you can see, I've changed it from a newspaper to a transistor radio, and this is how it works. So I finished the sketch, I guess, for the characters, and now I will move into other things. Maybe, as you can see, I'm trying to develop the environment to show where these characters are, and since of course they're in the forest or something, I have to show something to show that they are right there in the forest. So basically this is how I come up with the sketch. I usually create another layer and I fill it in with blue, and then on the layer mode I change it to screen. This turns all my sketch to blue color. You don't have to do this. Some people prefer just drawing with blue color or blue pen or any other color. So this process is not exactly necessary. It just depends on how you work. So next I start the inking. As you can see, I'm making cleaner lines, and this is how I'll go until I finish. Basically, I'm tracing the sketch I've already done. In the process, of course, I will edit some of the drawings. Some of the lines that I don't really like, I still fix them. I'll add some things and remove some things like that until I get what I want at the end. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. as you can see, this is the final drawing, and this is inked. So if I close the layers underneath, that's the sketch layers, and I leave only the inking layer, you see the clean lines that I've made. And then from here, maybe I can still make a little bit of adjustment here and there, but once I'm done with this, I will save it as a Photoshop file, and then open it on Photoshop and go ahead to color, and that will be the next the next stage. So thank you for watching. I hope to put the next stage of coloring in my future video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've learned something. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the like button as well. Thank you.